Hey, it's Chris from Bank on Brightly, and it's story time. So I had a meeting with my mentor, and he said, today we're going to roleplay. He said, bear with me, but let me explain. So 5 years into the future, my mentor will be writing a book on the success of all of his old mentees. Me being one of his mentees, he wants me to speak on my health, my personal development, my business, and my relationships. He told me that he's only given me 10 minutes, and he'll be writing it down as I speak. So, action. Hey Chris, long time, how have you been? I'm writing a book. Please can you help me? Hi Dan, wow, it's been a minute. Yeah, sure, what do you need help with? I'm writing a book on all of my old mentees, and as you're one of my favorite ones, I would love to have an update on your life. Yeah, sure, that's fine. So health-wise, I'm pretty healthy. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. My physique is amazing. My diet's relatively clean. Personal development, I've done the self-love practices that you taught me. Getting out of bed has been a lot easier now. I'm a lot more disciplined, and my confidence hasn't wavered. And my business is going extremely well. I've got a charity now, and I'm helping kids all over the world. So I'm going crazy. At first, things weren't coming to me. It was very hard to say things, but 3-4 minutes in, accolades that I achieved, how I am with my family, how I am with personal development, how my health is amazing. He stops me and he says, oh, what about relationships? You haven't mentioned anything about that. I'm married now. I've got a wife. I've got 2 kids. 5 years. I've got 1 kid with 1 kid on the way. The relationship is amazing. We both came happy and whole, and we just have a loving relationship. She's not working right now, but I'm in a position where I can fund a lifestyle. She's just looking after the kids. I'm looking after all the costs. I'm going crazy again. I think I've been speaking for like 15 minutes now. Then he stops me. He's like, oh, Chris, that was amazing. This is great for the book. I will let you know when it's published or something like that. So after all the things I said, I am giddy, I'm excited. I'm mentioning things I didn't even realize I wanted. Achieve this, I'm gonna achieve that. Oh, Forbes are calling me. Oh my gosh, Porsche are calling me. They just gave me my allocation. And then it dawned on me. And he noticed my face change because I just realized what the meaning of this process was all about. What are you doing today to make your 5-year dream come true? But I'm busy and I've got a good job and I'm making good money and I've got savings. Not one of these things is a step towards my goal. Not one. This is what I call motion versus progress. Yeah, I'm moving, but I'm actually not going anywhere. How do you know where you're going? How do you know if you're making the right steps? How do you know if you're making progress? How do you know? Let me end it here. And you may be thinking, yeah, Chris, you're right, but who the hell are you to be telling me this? Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon argues that in order to increase your chance of success, you need to have a clear vision of your goals. The Daily Stoic. And I remember reading this early on in the year. January 5th, clarify your intentions. This is a quote by Seneca. Let all your efforts be directed to something. Let it keep that end in view. It's not activity that disturbs people, but false conceptions of things that drive them mad. 48 Laws of Power. Robert Greene, one of my favorite authors. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but whatever. Law 29, plan all the way to the end. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. And we have other books like Your Next 5 Moves, Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. They even made another version of the book. Also, there's books like Awaken the Giant Within, As a Man Thinketh, and The Alchemist. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've just mentioned 9 books that say the same thing. So, if you wanna. If they're saying it, do it. do it. What are we even talking about? Do it. So back to my mentor, as he told me he was writing everything down. So the next step in the process was to have my 5-year goal in mind, but to write down a 3-year goal. Where would I like to be in 3 years? Then it was to write a 1-year goal. Where would I like to be in 1 year? Then a 9-month goal. Then a 6-month goal. Then a 3-month goal. Once I completed that, now if we was to break down the year, I now know where I need to be in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter of the year in order to achieve my 1-year goal. Then you do the same thing for your second year, then you do the same thing for your third year, and you should be able to have a step-by-step process on how to achieve your 3-year goal. He told me that the chance of this going exactly to plan is fairly unlikely. However, now I have a clear vision of my goals and a guide on how to achieve it. One of the things he told me that stuck with me was to be flexible with my approach, but uncompromising with the outcome. I'm Chris from Bank on Brightly, and thank you for locking in. Cool.